Hey, hello, you're welcome back to Project Management Demystified. Right, so today we're starting a series on answering interview questions. So I'll just be providing some guidance to answering interview questions effectively. And today we'll be answering the question, tell me about yourself. So tell me about yourself is a very popular interview question. Sometimes it might not be as direct as that. It might not be tell me about yourself. It could be any question, but you should be able to kind of draw out that what they're trying to get from you is to just know you better, so they can say what motivates you. Why do you want this role? It could be a lot of so many different questions or nuances around the tell me about yourself question. So I have a structure that I use to answer the tell me about yourself question, and it is education, skills, and experience. Education, skills, experience. So when I go in that order or in that format, it just helps me remember what I want to say. So before I try to answer the question, I just want to say a few things. So the first is on our CV, we can have I am a enthusiastic, I'm a motivated individual with X years of experience. And and I communicate. So maybe I'm an enthusiastic or motivated individual, a proactive individual with X years of experience. I communicate effectively. I I do this and that. But we have put that on our CV. They've seen our CV. We should consciously bring those things over to the interview. So the CV review is not the end of the interview. So when I say I communicate effectively, or I'm a motivated, I'm personally motivated, I'm a self motivated person, or I'm a proactive person, and a lot of the things we say in the interview does not show that we are. Then there's a disconnect there, because the reason they've called you for an interview is so that they can see the things that they liked on the CV. They can see it in real life and then confirm that, oh, yes, that's who we want to work with. And I use those words, who we want to work with, intentionally, because that's really what interviews are for. That's really what recruitments are for. While the skills are important, the way you come across is, if there's any word like importanter, is more important than just having the skills, because a lot of people have the skills. I don't think there's any skills that anyone has that no one else has. But the way you come across, your person, would kind of determine if people want to work with you or not. And it's not a bad thing if people don't want to work with you, because it could be that you will not just flow together. So just remember, education, skills, and experience. Education, skills, and experience. So say, for instance, I studied, what course can I say? Maybe I studied languages in school, and then they asked me, for this business analyst role, there's a business analyst role that I'll put there from, I think, Morgan Stanley. Right, so I've applied for this business analyst role with Morgan Stanley, and I'm at the interview, and they're asking me the question. So, Michael, tell me about yourself. So this is the way I would answer the question, and let's assume that I studied languages, for instance. Right. So where do I start from? And where do I start from is part of my response to the interview. So let me go back again. So, Michael, tell me about yourself. Right. So where do I start from? Okay, let me start from the early days, education. So in terms of my education, I studied languages. I know you might be wondering what someone that studied languages is doing in business analysis. Maybe I should be in United Nations somewhere. And one key skill I took from my degree in languages is the fact that languages are a lot about structure. Languages are a lot about structure. So I have taken that skill and applied to a lot of the other things that I've been doing since I have completed my degree. So, as you know, in the world of business analysis, a lot of the things we do are kind of structured. So that just helps me, is giving me that background, that foundation to give me an edge in the world of business analysis. And in terms of skills, I have worked on so many different projects. I've learned new skills, and there are innate skills that I have and that you would see when I come on board on the team. So I'm a very empathetic person, and it has really helped me in my role. So just as an example, I've worked on projects. So a specific project where I'm working with operations teams, and they're struggling to come on board for me to get their buy-in on the project. So rather than get frustrated about stakeholders not coming on board, I put myself in their shoes. And it's not just once or twice, I do it regularly. And it helps me understand their perspective. I realized that they have their own goals their own goals and performance targets that they need to achieve. And then I'm coming in from a project perspective, trying to impact that. So I have tried to work closely with them in a way that it puts their performance goals into consideration. So I work with them to, maybe it could be adjust or work around their schedules or adjust the way they are available to attend to customers. So I just work around with them. So I don't just throw things over the fence. And then, as you would have seen from just a few minutes that we've spoken, in terms of experience, I have worked on so many different projects. I don't even know where to start from, but I've worked on digital transformation project, where I was the lead business analyst and planned business analysis throughout the project. And I have been fortunate to work on projects end to end, last from the very beginning of the project, from inception, trying to think about the idea up until implementation, and even rollouts, change management to the people that will use it, and even getting feedback and benefit measurement and benefit realization even after the project is delivered to customers. So that's me. So if you see the way I answered the question, the first thing I want you to notice is that I intentionally, I'm speaking like I'm having a chat. I'm not speaking like I'm talking to a wall, or I'm talking to a robot, or I'm reading from somewhere. That's one thing that a lot of us do. We answer interview questions that we have this script that we have written somewhere, and we've practiced over and over and over, and we're just going to the interview to pour out the script. It won't work, because the interviewers want a normal person. They want a natural person. They want it to flow. So even if you have a script that you've practiced over and over and over, say it in a way that it will come across that you will flow and communicate effectively, and let it not come across that you're reading something from ChatGPT. I think I'll just stop there for now, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. Bye-bye.